organic evolution evidence is cell biology. Cell biology is a study of cell structure. When we study a plant cell and animal cell, we notice that we have structures which are also called organelles. We've got structures that are common in plant cell and animal cell. We have structures or organelles that are present in plant cell but absent in animal cell. Now, organelles such as ribosomes, Golgi bodies, mitochondria, and rough endoplasmic reticulum, they are found in all higher organisms. The same organisms have also biological chemicals such as adenosine triphosphate and deoxyribonucleic acid. Presence of these structures and biological chemicals strongly indicate that all cell types have a common ancestral origin. Plants, animals, closely related. The difference we are seeing is because of evolution process. Otherwise, they are closely related. Comparative serology. Serology, back at Form 1, the study of serum. Analysis of blood protein and antigen reveals phylogenetic relationship. The species that are more genetically related contain more similar blood protein, while those that are distantly related have less similar blood protein. What is the meaning of this? If you take the human blood and introduce it into a rabbit through a syringe, the immune system of the rabbit will react by producing white blood cell against this perceived to be antigen from human being. When they produce the antibodies against the antigen from the human being, that is an immunological reaction. And that is a resistance. At a later point then, when you extract the blood, that is the antibodies from the rabbit, and then you introduce in various types of organisms. These organisms, for example, we have the human serum, and then we have the chimpanzee, we have the monkey, and we have the dog. The human being, the chimpanzee, the monkey, and the dog are relatives. How? All of them are animals. Second, all of them belong to phylum Chordata. But then they are separating at the point of class. Now, when you take the antibodies from a rabbit and you introduce into the serum of the human being, the serum of the chimpanzee, the serum of the monkey, and the serum of the dog, there will be an immunological reaction, which will form what is called precipitate. The yellow color, or the not yellow in real, but the orange color is a representation of the precipitate, the volume of the precipitate form after adding, because here we see antibody AB produced in the rabbit being introduced into each of these. When you introduce, it will form a reaction, and this reaction, what the product formed is precipitate. So look at the volume of the precipitate. We have this closely full, then followed by this, followed by that, and then finally the dog. The way the test tubes have been arranged confirm the closer the relationship, that the amount of precipitate formed in human being are more indicating that a rabbit and a human being, we are closely to each other. Followed by the chimpanzee, which is closely related to man. Followed by monkey, third distant. And then finally, the dog. So the dog is distantly related to man, basing on the volume of the precipitate formed. And that's why then we are told back here is that the greater the amount of precipitate formed, the greater the amount of the precipitate formed after antibody AB of the rabbit being introduced, shows the close, the phylogenetic relationship between the animal and the human being. So that means the rabbit is closely related to human being because of the precipitate amount being more, then followed by the other animals arranged systematically as the way it can be seen. Finally, we have taxonomy as the last evidence of organic evolution. Taxonomy comes from the word taxon. A taxon, in Form 1, we learn that it is a group into which organisms of similar characteristics are placed for convenience in study. Let's take an example of a snake, a fish, a tortoise. They might be placed in the same taxon for a reason of the presence of scales. So when organisms therefore appear in a taxon, members of one taxon show similarities, suggesting that they have a common origin. While those that are in different taxons, then with the other, indicates that they are not having a common origin.